Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Go video. This video is going to be a free-to-play spending guide, essentially how you want to spend your PokeCoins in the most effective and strategic way possible. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Now, regardless how fast you're getting your PokeCoins, whether or not you're getting 50 every single day, or you're getting 30 to 40 every single day, this does not matter. This is basically how you want to spend your PokeCoins when you get to certain milestones. So in this video, we're pretty much going to go over the top 3 best things that you should be spending your PokeCoins on, and in my opinion, the only 3 things that you should be spending your PokeCoins on as a free-to-play player. So the first 2 things are going to be bag upgrades and Pokemon storage upgrades. These are the #1 things that people always ask me. They ask me, what should I buy? Pokemon storage or should I buy bag upgrades? And this is gonna clear all that up right now. So the first thing that you should definitely invest in is going to be bag upgrades. Now you're probably asking yourself, well, why should I invest in bag upgrades over Pokemon storage? So the reason why you want to focus on bag upgrades first is because that allows you to hold a certain amount of Pokeballs, Great Balls, Ultra Balls, etc., right? Along with potions, revives, basically everything that you need, rare candy, TMs, there's a lot of stuff in the game right now. And you start off at 350 item slots, which isn't actually that much when you think about it. So ideally what you want to focus on as soon as you start the game, or as soon as you start spending your PokeCoins as a free-to-play player, is you want to get your bag upgrade to at least 600 to 700 item slots. Now it doesn't have to be 600 to 700, obviously the higher the better. But the reason why you want to do this is because it'll allow you to hold more Pokeballs, which will ultimately allow you to catch more Pokemon without having to go back and restock at your grind spot. And ultimately, for people who have the maximum amount of bag space, that is going to be 2,000, they barely have to restock items. So they can basically go on and catch as many things as they want to. They can hold on to a bunch of rare candy, they can hold on to potions, revives, but essentially they can hold on to hundreds of Pokeballs. And, that is going to save them a lot of time in the long run from having to restock so often. And so by upgrading your bag as soon as you get those 200 PokeCoins every single time, this is going to save you more and more time in the long run as you keep on progressing. So ultimately, my recommendation as you start off is to aim for about 600 to 700. That's about the most comfortable position I can think of, because you can hold on to at least a couple hundred Pokeballs, you can hold on to a few TMs, some rare candy, revives, potions, etc. Basically everything that you need to play the game effectively, without having to restock super often. So 600 to 700 item slots is what I recommend as soon as you start off the game. Now this is the #1 thing that you want to focus on right away. Don't worry about Pokemon storage, don't worry about buying premium raid passes, don't worry about incubators, don't worry about any of that stuff, guys. Focus on upgrading your bag. This is the #1 thing that I highly recommend that you do as a free-to-play player, because you're very limited on your PokeCoins. You only get 50 a day, and therefore you have to grind out 4 days just to get 1 upgrade. Now after you've gotten your bag to where you want it to be, whether that be 500, 700, 1000, it does not matter, guys. Whenever you feel comfortable, let's go ahead and move on over to the next thing that you want to focus on. So the next thing that I recommend that you focus on is going to be your Pokemon storage. I recommend aiming for about 400 to 500. You want to have about at least 100 open slots at all times. This way you can effectively grind, not have to worry about transferring so often, and it'll ultimately save you a lot more time in the long run. Because let's face it, if you only have like 25 to 50 open slots, it's going to be very annoying having to transfer everything one by one, or even just mass transferring super often. It can become very tedious. So I highly recommend aiming for about 400 to 500 Pokemon storage. The nice thing is that you actually start off with about 300, so assuming that you don't have a Pokemon Go hoarding problem, you should be okay for a while, but I know a lot of you guys out there like to have living dexes, or you like to have your certain collections and stuff, so this is definitely going to be something that you're going to have to upgrade eventually, whether or not you're collecting stuff or you want a living dex. It'll eventually happen, even if you're just focusing on meta-relevant Pokemon. But hopefully this shouldn't happen for a while, and it should give you enough time to upgrade your bag first. And let's just assume that Pokemon storage is not an issue for you, and you're actually more than comfortable sitting at 300 for a long time. The next thing that you want to focus on is probably the most important thing when it comes down to items, is going to be Ultra Box specials. Now in regards to Ultra Boxes, you're going to have to be very careful with what you decide to purchase. Obviously it takes you an entire month to get these PokeCoins, so you don't just want to spend it on whatever you feel like, right? And the same goes for basically everything else individually. You don't want to buy everything individually because you're going to lose out on so much more, opposed to if you just bought the Ultra Box. The Ultra Box saves you so much on PokeCoins in the long run. Obviously it's subjective on what you personally like. In my opinion, opinion, I don't really like to go for incubators. What I like to go for is lucky eggs, star pieces, and raid passes. Those are personally what I think are the best items in the game right now as far as stuff that you can purchase in the in-game shop. So those are definitely going to be the best bang for your buck, especially considering that you can combine the lucky eggs with the friendship bonuses and the raid passes, and you know, it could all just be a very, very fun time. But the key here is going to be patience. Obviously, you know, there's going to be lots of different Ultra Boxes that come out. Some are going to be better than others, and some are going to be worse than others. So you're definitely going to want to make sure that you buy the right one for you. Now, this is basically the top 3 things that I do recommend that you focus on as a free-to-play player when it comes down to purchasing items. You know, you want to go with the bag upgrades, that way you can keep on grinding for longer periods of time opposed to having to go restock. And then after that, you're going to want to focus on Pokemon storage, because as you progress throughout the game, you're going to start filling up on your Pokemon storage very fast, especially if you want to have a living dex, and on top of that, the meta-relevant Pokemon. So, you know, eventually over time, you're going to want to at least keep about 100 open slots just to make sure that you can grind effectively. Now, additionally, I will be making another video kind of going over the Pokemon hoarding problem and how you can essentially fix it and what you should end up holding on to, but that'll be done in a separate video. So if you guys actually want me to work on that a lot sooner rather than later, let me know in the comment section down below and I can speed up the process on that, because it's definitely something I do see very commonly in the Pokemon Go community. Everyone seems to have a hoarding problem these days, you know, whether that be shinies, lucky Pokemon, 100% IVs, you know, sentimental Pokemon. There's a lot of different reasons for hoarding, and Pokemon Go does not make it any easier, let me just tell you that right now. And then finally, after you've focused enough on your bag upgrades and your Pokemon storage, you should always save all of your PokeCoins for the Ultra Box specials, and never buy anything individually if you can avoid doing so. Obviously, I know every once in a while you're probably gonna have to buy a lucky egg for 80 coins, and that's okay, guys. Believe it or not, it does happen every once in a while. But if you can avoid doing that, I highly recommend always saving up all your PokeCoins and never spending them on anything except for the Ultra Box specials. Those are going to be the best bang for your buck, and ultimately you're going to get so much more out of it opposed to if you bought these things individually. So those are my recommendations to you. I wanted to try and keep this video as short as possible. I'm going to be making more of these free-to-play guides in the future. A small background on myself for those of you guys who don't know, I am a level 40 free-to-play player with 35 million experience. Unfortunately, my main account was wrongfully suspended by Niantic, and that's a whole nother story. I have tons of videos on my channel. You guys can go check out the full story if you are interested, but I do have a lot of experience as a free-to-play Pokemon Go player who has hit level 40 and was about to hit level 40 twice. As of right now, I am currently working on another account. It is level 36 free-to-play, and we will eventually hit level 40 free-to-play, most likely before the end of this year. But the rebuild is tough, guys. Ultimately, though, my end goal is to help you guys out as fellow Pokemon Go players. I want you guys to succeed in this game and to make smart decisions. And definitely as a free-to-play player, there are a lot of struggles that you kind of have to go through, and I know this firsthand, so you can definitely trust my judgment. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, leave them down in the comment section down below. And if you are interested in my free-to-play progress, make sure to check out the rest of my videos. I have over 400 videos of me playing as a free-to-play player in this game, so trust me when I say that I know what's effective and what isn't. So those are my suggestions for you as a free-to-play spending guide. Those are my top 3 best things that you should be spending your PokeCoins on. If you feel that I missed anything, definitely leave it in the comment section down below, and if you guys would like me to cover any other topics, let me know in the comment section as well. I do have a couple more guide videos coming up in the future for free-to-play players, so definitely subscribe if you are interested, whether or not you're a free-to-play player or you're a pay-to-play player. These tips will definitely benefit you regardless. So with that being said, if you guys did enjoy the video, feel free to hit that like button down below. As always, I'd really appreciate it, and if you'd like to see more Pokemon Go tutorials, make sure to hit that subscribe button for future videos. And I will see you all real soon in the next one.